My impatience. It is I, Andrew the Android Koloski here. So my question for you here is, was the HIV scare premeditated? I mean, at this point, enough. Just take accountability. You know, if they fucking did it to me, just admit it to me. But apparently they did not. You know. Apparently they did not do it to me, so I guess toggle the switch to off. And they didn't have nefarious intentions with a mega regimen of psychiatric medications either. Like Pizza Pasta says, CCC, catch it, check it, change it, my dude. Somebody says, you're doing your greatest hits tonight. Yeah, I guess so. And it's not much of a hit. Somebody says, give us a big dog. Oh, 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 oh. So I'm scrolling on TikTok. All right. It took me a while to get to the point. Let me repeat that. So I'm scrolling on TikTok, doom scrolling, going from story after story of true crime and horror and narcissistic baiting and lies and deception. And then all of a sudden, like this vampire chick popped up who said, I'm just your imagination. You're solitary and, just get in bed, just sleep, You need some rest and you need some interpersonal relationships. She's like nurturing and motherly and she's cute. I'm like, oh, it made me feel good. I like the fantasy woman that I'm, Pizza Pasta says, did you see the true crime story about the guy who killed his girlfriend? Most of them are that. Yeah, these true crime stories are pretty much downers, I put you in a shitty mood. They scare you and put you in a shitty mood. So I might be developing. Would you say at what point would you say you were an alcoholic? If you're drinking alone, like a tall boy every few nights, is that alcoholic behavior? So he says that's not alcoholism at all. Okay, fair enough, Pizza Pasta. Somebody says you got to be drinking a 12-pack a night. Somebody says these are rookie numbers. Mm. Erie says she enjoys a glass of wine with dinner. Pizza Pasta says you won't even do a 6-pack stream for the fans. Definitely not an alcoholic. Erie says Andrew's a chipaholic, though. That's for sure, Erie. Pizza Pasta says a goonaholic. That's true, too. So I love myself some Indian food. I got some Indian food with my father today. Erie says, let's celebrate Andrew's accomplishments. Okay, let's celebrate. Erie says, yay, Andrew. Yay, Andrew. Thank you, Erie. Thank you. So do you think I need anger management? Do you think I need to get into anger management? Pizza Pasta says, I think you need to take your medication. Take your medication. These are some good chips. Let's check the calories on the back. Servings per container, about 17 chips. 5 servings per... I fucking loaded up on calories here. That was bad. I blame my mother. Stop giving me fucking junk food. Take accountability. Take accountability and don't eat the fucking chips, Andrew. I blame me madre. Somebody asks, would I ever fight a large wild animal one-on-one for sport, like a bear or a tiger? I know. I think I get mauled to death. Erie asks, does your mother give you chips every night? It seems that way. It seems that way, Erie. She should not. It's a bad idea. I don't know if she's trying to get me fat or not. Somebody asks, are potatoes a vegetable? Yes, I think they are. Aries says, you have love handles now. I hope not. Congratulations, Andrew. You just ate an entire bag of chips. That was bad. But it was good. It was yummy. It was yummy. Like a young, round Tom Cruise. Erie says, I think you should lean into junk food and become, a junk food channel. That's a good idea, Erie. That's a good idea. Maybe that's my ticket to fame. Let me fill up some water here. Some good water. Wee-wee-wah. All right. So how was your weekend, guys? The new week is starting. A new week is beginning. Erie says she ran 5K yesterday. Pretty good. Great job, Erie. I was a hardcore runner myself, Erie, back in the day. So, I'm proud of you. Somebody asked, you got any big plans for tomorrow? I could go to NAMI. I could go to NAMI, which is an idea. Somebody asks, how many times do you get up at the movies? That's a very good question. I must have gotten up from the movie at least 4 times. I just didn't want to be there. I mean, I liked my friend. I liked getting out of the house. I liked socializing with him. But I would rather have gone to get something to eat. I just didn't fucking feel like being there. I didn't feel like sitting through the movie. It was sort of like F1, I think, with Brad Pitt. I just didn't fucking give a shit. I mean, I like my friend. I like getting out of the house. I like the socialization. It's better than sitting in solitary confinement. And I realized it was rude to everybody all around me. I just didn't. I don't know. It was. Yeah, I got up to urinate a few times. I'm like, I didn't want to leave my friend at the movie and say, hey, dude, would you mind if I just left? Because that would be very mean. But so I didn't do that. But it's kind of like torture for me, for whatever reason. Erie says maybe they thought you had diarrhea. I mean, maybe. My friend, I don't know what he thought, but he's my friend. I mean, I'd love to get lunch with him. Somebody asks, were people staring at you? I don't think so. I wasn't trying to cause a scene. Gecko Cujo says, I think he might have diarrhea. Maybe. Oh, wait, I got a chip on my shirt. Oh, no, I got a chip on my shirt. Somebody says, did you sneak in any snacks? No, I got a $10 popcorn from the concession, believe it or not, which was really expensive. That's what it ain't. Pizza Pasta says, oof, yeah. The concession stand prices, no. I should have snuck in something. Gecko Cujo says, do I have a keyboard or a synthesizer? No, I don't have a keyboard or a synthesizer. Um, Yomol asks, can I ask what the point of your YouTube channel is? She says, me and my boyfriend are a big fan of your content. I guess it's like a public digital diary, you know, and performance art, and you know, I guess it would be described as a public digital diary. Yes, YouTube channel says, I think it's a way to express yourself. Is that really the YouTube channel? I think that's a fair point. It's a way of self expression. I think it's like a diary though in a way too, but it's also performance, and there's little songs that I do. It's kind of like somebody who has a diary and they just write random shit in there basically. Somebody says I love your songs, but it would be good to add keyboard and synthesize to it. You know, unfortunately though, a lot of my songs are improv, and they're hard to duplicate. So I try to go over them again for a second time sometimes, but yeah, a lot of these songs are one offs that I can't replicate if I wanted to. Like for example, I'm gonna give you like the song that I created today, "Pop Superstar." I would have to listen to that over and over again to even dream about performing that like the same. You know, it's just I that was just completely improv. You know, well, not completely improv, but a lot of it was. I think some of the parts were from prior songs, but it was improv, and if I tried to do it again, I couldn't. You know, um, I don't know if that's good or bad. Yamal wants me to start jumping up and down. It's late at night. I don't think I have the energy to jump up and down. Let's check this Yamal out. Let's see what. Oracle says remaster your song "Sorry." Gecko Kucher says you have good recollection when it comes to cover songs and your songs in the moment. Better than me. Thank you, Gecko Cujo. Erie says I hear Lady Gaga is currently in Long Island. That's a random comment. What do you mean by that? YouTube channel says I think it's cool that you're able to document all your one-offs. Yeah, it's kind of neat. Somebody says Andrew will never cover Bohemian Rhapsody because he hates his fans. That's a really difficult song. That's like saying sing Freebird. You know, it's kind of like yeah, it's kind of impossible. You know, is this the real life or is it just fantasy? Yeah, I don't think I would be able to cover that song. It's kind of like there's multiple vocal parts. There's overdubbing. It's so over the top that it's just impossible to do. You know, my songs tend to be like 3 minute, kind of like weird performance art. I feel like asking me to fucking duplicate Bohemian Rhapsody, that's just not gonna happen. It's a cool song though. Eerie, even if I put effort into Bohemian Rhapsody, I don't think that's happening. Mama just killed the man, put a gun against his head, pulled the trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life has just begun, and now I've gone and thrown it all away. Mama, ooh, I can see it in your eyes that you're not gonna let me go to splish splash tomorrow. Carry on, 'cause nothing really matters. Erie says, I got a simple brain and I need simple tasks. Somebody asks, have you ever listened to Pizza Pasta? We got Pizza Pasta in the house. Heart for Pizza Pasta. There is a 100% chance that just attempting that felt good. Yeah, it's fun. It's like karaoke. It's like karaoke, I guess. Somebody says, have you ever tried chicken bake at Costco? No, I've never tried that. Is it good, Erie? Pizza Pasta. There's a video of you doing karaoke on YouTube. Smells like Teen Spirit. With the lights out, it's so dangerous. Here we are now. Entertain us. I feel stupid and contagious. Here we are now. Entertain us. A mulatto and albino. A mosquito. My libido. Yeah! Somebody says, holy crap, it's like Kurt Cobain is back from the dead. Maybe I'm a reincarnated Kurt Cobain. Somebody asks, were you born in the year 1989? No, I was born in 1987. But who knows? How old was Kurt Cobain in 1987? Maybe he's secretly my biological father. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe that's the secret. Maybe Kurt Cobain is secretly my biological father. Kurt Cobain. What is 1987? Well, he was 20 years old in 1987. Could he have gotten with my mother? Could Kurt Cobain be my biological father? No. 18 years old, yeah. I guess it's possible. Somebody says, you do look a lot like Kurt Cobain. Erie says, could that be what it is? Could it all be? I could go back to Dr. Garrett's email, but no. Somebody says, do you know Kurt Cobain's daughter is married to Tony Hawk's son? No, I did not know that. It's a power couple, yeah. Somebody says if they choose to have a child, they're gonna really create the coolest white guy there is. Because Tony Hawk's like a cool white dude and Kurt Cobain's like a cool white dude. So if they have a son, they're gonna really create the coolest white dude. Somebody says the kid's going to be in a band and he's going to also do kick flips. coolest and suavest white dude there is. So he says, "Would you rather court?" No. See, if my delusion were true, it would be Kurt Cobain had an affair with my mother, and they kept it secret. It would not be that I was abducted or anything like that. It would be that Kurt Cobain had an affair with my mother, Christine. That would be the delusion, and nothing to do with Courtney Love. So he says, "When is the last time Christine hugged you?" It's been a while. La, 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 la. Somebody says, "Call your mother and ask her if she knew Kurt Cobain." I don't think they were famous in the 1980s, so probably not. La 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 la. I had some good Indian food today. Indian food. Somebody says they recorded the album Bleach in 1987. I mean, yeah. Somebody asks, "What did you eat today?" I had some spinach and tofu and beans and yummy stuff. It was good. It was good. Vegetable mind. Somebody asks, "Did they make the food with their feet?" What does that mean, Erie? What does that mean? I want to be a rock star. I want to be a rock star. I want to be a rock star. Do 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. Come to me, ladies. Come to me, ladies. Come to me, ladies. This is some yummy water. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I don't like criticizing people or their names, so let's ixnay on the name criticisms. Although I think Andrew's a really cool name. Andrew's a cool name. Kowalski's a bad name, though. I don't like the ethnic Polish last name. So, somebody says, "Andrew Kowalski makes you sound like a working class individual." Well, that's my name, so. Andrew's a cool first name, though. Got nothing against the Andrew first name. Somebody says, "It sounds like an 80s wrestler's name." Somebody says, "You got the Polish genes, that's for sure." Yes. I'm like 50% Polish, and I guess, almost 50% German on my mother's side. So, yeah, I'm Polish and German, that's for sure. All right, guys, should I hit the old dusty trail? should I continue? What do you think? Pizza Pasta says, it's been a while since you created an exciting new wrestling promo. Well, Rusty, if you step in the ring with me, you're going to be annihilated. I'll give you the bicep punch. I'll knock you unconscious, Rusty. If you mess with me, you are going down, down, down. Somebody asks, do you think you'll get a push this year? I hope so. I said at the beginning of 2025 that 2025 would be my year, and we're more than halfway through, and it doesn't seem like it's my year. So, maybe it will be though. Maybe this is my year. You know, I used to protest, I used to say, I used to proclaim 2009 is going to be my year. Then, sure enough, it wasn't. 2010 is going to be my year. 2015 is going to be my year. 2017 is going to be my year. 2020's, well, I don't know if I did that. 2021 is going to be my year. And now we're 2025, like 20 years later, and nothing has been my year. You got to make 2025 your year. You gotta make 2025 your year. Nobody can make this your year but you. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching this evening. I'm appreciative. I'm appreciative. Pizza Pasta says, you're not very good at seizing the day. Well, maybe tomorrow I shall. Maybe tomorrow I shall. So he says, have you ever had a seizure? I don't think I've ever had a seizure, not to my knowledge. Maybe I have. So he says, I wonder what your gang stalker's next move is. What is the next move of the gang stalkers? I don't know. Somebody says, I am the danger. I am the one that knocks. I dare the gang stalkers to mess with me. I'm the tough guy. They should fear me. All right, guys, I'm going to hit the old dusty trail here. Thanks for watching. Until we meet again, peace out.